Hey guys, welcome to JR14 live feed. I hope everyone in here so far is having a great day. Welcome to JR. So let's see. Sorry about that. First time streaming on the computer here, so I usually stream from my phone if I do so, but we'll make it work. We'll definitely make it work. So let's go ahead. All right. So let's see who we have in here. Alright, Gamer Cam 06. Yes, you are the first one here. Shout you out because I saw your video. Dope video on Mod to Fame Fest. That was actually really good as far as the content. You got a lot of coverage, man. John Sullivan, what's up, man? Thank you. I appreciate the love and support. Definitely going to see more content coming up very soon. But we're definitely going to wait and get some more people in here. And then we'll go ahead. Brian, what's up, Brian? What's going on? Like the emoji with the glasses. Alright, we're going to get underway here in a couple minutes. I just want to get things moving along and also want to be able to get more people in the chat. So just to let everybody know, you already know that this is a Q&A. You know, usually I record my Q&As, but I figured since the post on my Instagram page this last weekend, if you haven't seen that post, it is the third to last post. I made two posts today. I made one post, I believe, on Thursday or Friday this past weekend, and it was because of the Mark 7 broken down. If you haven't seen the content on that yet, if you haven't seen the comments on that, I suggest you go there, give it a like. There's instructions on what to do, what I'm asking people to do, and see if they like it or not. But yeah, we're gonna wait here for a couple more minutes. I see there's 5 people in here right now. Go ahead, shoot it in the comments. This is definitely a comments for you guys. So we're gonna today. What I want to do, I want to talk about the Project Mark 7. If you have any questions about the car. MK7, George, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you here. But yeah, what we're definitely going to be doing today is good luck back to work. All right, buddy, go ahead, man. I know he's a workaholic, man. This guy works on his car, works his normal job. Guy's completely dedicated. JSMK7 on YouTube if you haven't seen from him. SPR478, love the MK7. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the love and support. JR14, the channel has come a long way. First thing I want to talk about with everyone is this whole video that's been getting a lot of controversy in regards of my driving style or what happened. So I want to talk to everybody about Project Mark 7 and what happened last weekend at Mod to Fame Fest 2018. So what ended up happening last week, pretty much I was drag racing the car. Pretty much drag racing the car throughout the day. And it was great. I was learning how to, start slipping the clutch out of the hole and everything else in regards of drag strip, in regards of being on the drag strip. And it was great. It was a fantastic time. The times were really slow at first, but then as I'm learning things from other people and also everything else, it's really, the times got lower and lower and lower. And the car took a crap because of it. But what happened was pretty much I did the drag race, my last drag race, and launched it, not aggressively, just slipped the clutch out a little bit, was able to get out of the hole aggressively with a good reaction time. Boom, first gear, rev it all the way out. Boom, second gear, get into second gear. Boom, try to get into third. It locked me out of third, so I clutched back in, was able to get it back in third after a couple of tries. Accelerate in third, try to grab fourth, wasn't happening. So the race is done, trying to go around, get my ticket, and as I'm approaching the ticket lady, I can't get in any gear. I literally cannot get in any gear at all, like first, second, third, none. So I'm coasting the car back to the pit area because that's all I have left is the momentum of the car, which is pretty decent, like 30 miles an hour. So I was getting the momentum going and found out that the clutch took a crap. Now, what I want to talk about today is what happened with that. And a lot of people seem to think, well, not a lot. First of all, I want to give a shout out to everyone who did look at the video, commented on that video in regards of supporting DKM Clutch and me supporting by saying DKM Clutch in the comments. Did I ever ask for a handout? No, I never asked for a handout. I wanted to get the support from my fans and to see if we can possibly move clutches and move into another brand. That is exactly what I wanted to do in regards to the clutch. Now, not to say South Bend's not a bad clutch, but it's a great clutch, great company. I was looking to transition into another brand, so I was like, you know, let's see how many people support that movement by me switching. Now, YouTube, there's you guys are brutal. You guys are brutal on YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie. You guys have a lot of stuff to say. Drop my phone for a second, but don't worry about that. But it's, you know what it is, it's the inevitable. Like, I just want to let everybody know, yes, this is my daily driver. Project Mark 7 is a daily driver. When I started this channel and when I started the Project Mark 7 segment, it is how to modify your daily driver in a moderate way to where it's not over the top and anything else. Now, a clutch going out, it's not the end of the world. You know, it's a clutch going out would essentially mean it's going to happen regardless if the car is stock, if the car is modified, what type of clutch you're using, the type of driving you're doing. If you're in an area where you're driving where it's no traffic versus an area like mine in New York City where there's traffic literally every day, there's a lot of variables that go into it. And I just want to let everybody know, if you guys have seen my videos, and I'm sure most of you have with the supporters in this group, you guys understand that that the way that I drive on a track, I know how to rev match. I know how to upshift properly. I know how to drive normally. I know how to not override the clutch. I've been driving a manual a long time. Yes, this is my first daily drive a manual car, but I've been driving manual cars for a very long time. So I do know what I'm doing behind the wheel of a manual car. A lot of people, some people, no, few people actually indicated that I did not know how to drive and comments like that. I just want to say one thing to those people. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. And, you know, some people think I can't drive a car. Some people think I'm wasting time. Some people like stop asking for handouts. I could buy the clutch tomorrow. That's not the big deal. And I'm already working out a solution to that problem. So I just want to thank everybody for shouting me out on Instagram this whole past weekend and on YouTube as well. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. And I appreciate the love. Oh, snap. Oh, what's going on, man? George getting that bag. Hope the build continues. Gamer Cam, glad that Mark 7 is back up and running. So what he's talking about, yesterday I actually had a friend, I'm trying to figure out a clutch situation right now. I can't get one today because obviously it takes time to ship and stuff like that. And what one of my friends did for me as a favor, he actually let me borrow his clutch. So I actually was able to get the car down to Jersey and able to help him out and put a clutch in the car and do it myself. So that is what you saw. That's what the car was being driven yesterday. So the car is up and running as of now. But it's not my clutch. I can't drive it all the time. I actually had to decrease the power because the clutch is weaker than mine original one. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do at the next step. Let's go back to the comments here. So, all right. Hammoody 346 says, nice to see you, bro. Nice to see you too. Even though you're not seeing, you know what I mean. I'm not even gonna get into it, but you know what I mean. George getting that bag. I hope the build continues. I'm sure the build's going to continue with MK7 and my car on JR14 with the Project Mark 7. That's definitely not an issue. SPR478, I supported you. Yes, I appreciate that. I do appreciate the support. David C, Jay can't drive. If that's what you think, if you're in the New York area, be more than happy to take you on a ride along. I'll guarantee you I'll prove you wrong. Trump is king. Put some respect on my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Oh boy. Sasha Davis, hands up. Thank you very much. Stock fam here. Junior Blanco. So great. Trump is king. Donald Trump has a 2014 Mustang Shelby GT500, 662 horsepower piece. Great. It's great that Trump has that. But yeah. All right, Kian, I actually want to open up for questions. So if people do have questions, feel free to shoot them out in the comments below, and I will answer them. So Kian Robert asks, looking to get springs in August. In your opinion, what is the best option? Keenan, it's all depending on where you live. 2017 GTI. If you don't, I don't know where you live. I live in New York, so if you live in like areas like Detroit, New York, Jersey, anywhere where it's pothole city, or really rough roads, I would really recommend springs. If you're tracking the car sometimes, but it's mainly your daily driver like myself, I would recommend going with springs, and I'll tell you why. Literally, springs will give you that ride height that you're looking for. I believe the H&R springs that I have on my car, literally, the H&R springs that are currently on my car now give me a 1.3 inch drop from stock, and I have 19-inch wheels on it, so there's literally no wheel gap, and the wheels tuck in the fenders very nicely. So it actually looks like I'm on coilovers, but I get that the fantastic refinement of the original OEM suspension. And honestly, in my opinion, no one does more research and development than the actual manufacturer of that car. They tested it for hours and hours. They put it in different scenarios. They tested it in different testing facilities and testing fields. So my opinion, I feel like if we went with an aftermarket setup for suspension, a rear sway bar on the Mark 7 versus and springs would definitely do justice. If you do want to tackle taking out the front sway bar, if you do want to tackle taking out the front subframe and doing the front sway bar as well, you can go ahead and do that. Mine still has the stock one. It is actually pretty beefy from the factory, so not a lot of people actually change it, and I don't know if I would change it in the future. Okay, John Sullivan asks, knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently with the Project Mark 7? That's actually a good question. What would I have done differently? It is going to go back to the clutch. And what a lot of people don't know, yes, I've had my car since September 2016. Less than 2 years, right? A lot of people don't know is that I have 54, almost 55,000 miles on this car. I bought it brand new with 70 miles. I drive a lot. I drive 70 miles every day to work, 5 days a week. I travel a lot for the shows. If you haven't seen any of the videos, I was in Yorocasi, Canada, 7-hour drive. I went to European Experience in Georgia, 15-hour drive. And these are one-way drives. So 15 hours there and 15 hours back. 7 hours there, 7 hours back. I've been up to Boston with the car. I've been a lot of areas with the car before. I've been to Maryland. If you saw the video where me and my friends drove to Maryland to go to pick up Calvin's car, his Mark 6 GTI. There's a lot of things that's happened in that. So to going back, I'm going off track. In that time frame, when I initially put the clutch in, I was running an off-the-shelf map from Cobb. Then I gradually went to an MA Performance off-the-shelf map from there. After that, I'm consistently putting more parts in the car, and I upgraded to a Pro Tune. So if you saw the dyno video that I was running, this is about the car being around 43 to 45,000 miles. I put the car in the dyno, and the car made, and this is before the intercooler, it made 385 pound-feet of torque on an 85-degree day and with no cool down. So 310 horsepower, 385 torque. When you translate that to what my clutch's capacity is, which is 450 crank torque versus 385 to 390 wheel torque, I'm dancing on that capacity level of the clutch. So of course, when I take it to a track day, like I did in Montreal after that, or when I did autocross and e-Euro parts after that, you're going to notice that the clutch is going to start having issues. And I didn't expect it to happen at the drag strip because I didn't have any slipping issues or anything that prior. So the inevitable happened. But yeah, that's just to answer your question. If I had to do something differently, if my Mark 7 had 17,000 miles again on it and I needed to put a clutch in it from stock, I would go with a stage. I would do something a little higher. I'll probably put a DKM twin disc. But back in that time when I was putting a clutch in the car, DKM didn't exist at that time. So I went with a South Bend at the time. But I would have definitely went with the DKM twin disc that holds 660 pound-feet. I would have just sucked it up and got used to the clutch feel, and it would have been robust with it. It would have been a robust clutch to handle any type of power I add to it later on. So that's what happened. So I hope that answers your question, John. If I did have to change one thing about my car, it would be the clutch choice in question. And it's not to say South Bend's a bad clutch, because it's not. It's a fantastic clutch. They do fantastic clutch setups, but I believe, in my opinion, DKM does offer a better setup for the price point of a twin disc being for $1,400 when my clutch was almost $1,500 for a 450 torque limit with a single mass flywheel and a single clutch disc. Let's see. David C. Meet me at Burger City. I'll smoke you with my Mark IV. I got a feeling I know who David C. is, and that'd be pretty interesting. However, I'm not going to do that on the street. If you want to do it legally, we can go down. I will probably be at Waterfest, so if you want to set on an autocross or something like that, or even later on in the car's life, we could set up a track data where we do a drag or we do some type of circuit racing, but I'm not going to do that on the street. MIN, running Bilsteins and HRSs on my 15 Mark 7. Definitely a nice setup. If you did want to change your shocks, I do recommend Bilsteins. Still gives you an OEM ride and gives you some refinement and also some good firm dampening without ruining the ride. So I do recommend that. Let's see. And I know you follow me a lot, but I somewhat can't get your name right. P8 P-A-N-T Bala. Glad it's up and on the road at least. I might be at Waterfest. The rim looked cool in your car, dude. Do you have spacers? No. The wheels that I have on my current car are the wheels on the GTI stock are Austin's 18 by 7.5, and they are a positive 48 offset. The wheels on my car now are a Nietzsche road wheel M204 Vosso 19 by 8.5 with a positive 42 offset. So literally the poke that you see and how it sits flush like that is how it is with no spacers. Spacers, I've heard great things about them, I've heard bad things about them, so I kind of don't want to run them in general. I kind of just wanted to get the offset correct the first time so that I don't have to worry about getting the fitment right. Mopar Arts RT. Have you ever beat it or got beat by a Mustang? I've actually, obviously a Mustang's more powerful than the Mark 7. My car's not stage 3 or it doesn't have IS-38, it's still in the IS-20 turbo now. But I have kept up with a GT. There's been times where I was able to keep up with a Mustang GT on the top end. Again, he's ahead of me, but I was able to still stick with him, which was pretty good. Let's see. Andrew says, do you know MK7 Mac on Instagram? Yes, actually I do know him very well. He's from Florida. He has a great setup on his Mark 7, and I actually met him personally. I met him in person at European Experience. So I believe his drive was about an 8 or 10 hour drive. Mine was a 15, and it was by accident. He actually knew I was coming because he watched the previous Q&A video, and he saw that I was there, and we chatted it up for a little bit. And yeah, if you didn't see the European Experience video of the whole show, he's definitely on there. So if I do shout him out on there as well. So take a look back at that previous video. It's not that far back in my videos, so you definitely go ahead and check it out. But yeah, now what I want to talk about with everybody is what's going to be happening with the project build going forward. Andrew said, wait, I'm sorry, before we start that, he said, that's my best friend. I had an MK7 GTI, but sold it. Bad mistake, man. You should have kept it. Should have kept it. Put an IS-38 in there. And if you got real money, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying, hey, if you had the money, you can go IS-38 hybrid and just send it everywhere. He's parting out the vehicle. Yeah. I'm very upset that he is parting out the vehicle, and he told me the reasons why. I'm not going to disclose that on here, but I told him not to. You know, Mark 7, it's really easy to make power to Mark 7, but I don't think he should part it out. I think he should keep it. I think he should try to do something a little different with the car. Maybe bags, maybe, I don't know, maybe a different type of tune, and just go full send. But yeah, I don't think he should part it out. I really wanted his inky wheels though. That was the secret. I really wanted to have inky RPF 1s on my car, and that was going to be the race setup. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get them. He sold them to another fellow Mark 7 owner. No shade though. Beak, Beak Inc. How's the ride on the 19s? I have 18 by 8.5 with a 45 offset rotiform RSEs on my 2018 GTI SE. I'm on ST coilovers as well. With my springs, okay. You know I live in New York, and you live in New York too, so you know the ride is great, but the inevitable of a great pothole will just do wonders on the 19s. People don't know, and I'm going to disclose that on here. I have bent 3 wheels. I have cracked one of the wheels, and I have repaired that crack on one of the wheels already. It wasn't a bad crack, really was very minor, but I'm anal with stuff on the car. So I had to get it repaired as soon as possible. It actually happened on my way to Canada, on my way back from Canada. I just kept losing air for whatever reason, and I always keep an air compressor in my glove compartment, in my rear compartment. So I'm just glad that I had an air compressor with me. At same time, every 70 miles to 100 miles, I kept having the tire light come on. So you know, I piggybacked the car home, just keep putting air in it. Excuse me, and just keep putting air in it, and just, you know, hope for the best. But I got it back home. I fixed the wheel, took a day, and also one of the wheels are kind of like off color. You're not gonna notice it, but I notice it, and it really irks my nerves. So I might just order another wheel altogether from the custom shop. Shout out to them, they're awesome. And Astoria, if you didn't see that video with the wheel reveal, that is the shop where I got the wheels and tires installed on Project Mark 7. They're custom shop in NYC. They do great work. Check them out on Instagram, the Custom Shop NYC. I know the owner very well. They're fantastic people. They do the job right the first time, and if they, for whatever reason, if it's not right, they'll take care of you and have no issues. Oh wow, there's a lot of comments. I'm losing myself here. But yeah, that's how the ride is on the 19s. I don't want to keep bending my wheels. I might change it to 18s next season. I'm not too sure. Or I might do a Forge 19. I'm not too sure. Or a better tire. Right now I'm running a Federal SS595 225 35 R19. I kind of want to run a 235 35 R19. I was afraid the 235s would rub, but they wouldn't have, and I'm kind of regretting of going with 225s. But next question. Lucky Ooh 10. Mark 7.5 GTI or wait for the MK8 or Mark 8? That's actually a really good question. Here's the thing with me. Coming from a Mark 7 to a Mark 7.5, not really worth it for me. And I'll tell you why. Yes, the front end looked completely different, and that was another thing I was trying to do on the Project Mark 7. I love the front bumper on the new GTIs, the Mark 7.5 GTIs. However, if you ever get to a Mark 7 up close on the front, and as well as you ever get up to a Mark 7.5 close to the front, the headlights are shaped very differently to where Volkswagen can't let you just swap the bumper out. So I can't do that. And also, if you want to do the front end conversion on a Mark 7.5, you'll need to buy the headlights, which are $1,800 for the full LED headlights, which is not worth it. You have to change the fenders because the edge where the little L, the slanted L on the side where the reflector is, it's more slanted than the 7.5. The 7.5 has more of a less of a aggressive slant, and the 7.5s have more of an aggressive slant. So the cut for the fender is different, and the cut on the bottom of the on the bumper is different. I can do some custom body work, but then at the end of the day, it's really not worth it. So I'm not gonna do it. So Yeah. So, and the Mark 8, well, rumor has it that they're gonna stop making manual transmission uh, GTIs coming for the Mark 8. So the 2019, 2020 platform. And I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I feel as if the DSGs is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, and I believe they're gonna get the 7-speed DSG that the current 7.5 Golf R has now. But come on, man, you gotta hashtag save the manuals. You gotta at least have a manual option. But a lot of people are getting rid of manuals. The sales on them are getting lower. Not a lot of people are buying them, and you gotta look at it from a big marketing aspect. You know, if you add power to a manual GTI, if you add power to a manual GTI versus versus a DSG can hold the power a lot better than a manual can. If you add power, I guarantee you, depending on your driving style, you're gonna have to switch the clutch out because the pressure plate is just gonna be like, no, I can't do it. But yeah. And just to answer that question, would I ever trade in my Mark 7 for a Mark 7.5? Absolutely not. Not enough car for the transition to do it. And for that whole virtual gauge cluster, sorry to burst your bubble, but you can only get that in the US in a Golf R 7.5. You can't get it on a GTI. Only in Europe you can. So no, I will not be trading in my 7 for a 7.5. I think it's just a waste of money, and I'm gonna get so hard on a negative equity. So it's not even feasible and worth it for me. All right. So next question. Jesus J, 3 bends in a crack. My God. B Mackin. What's up, bro? No, it's not my fault. It's New York. I drive very carefully. Like, I swerve out of, try to get rid of the potholes, but sometimes you gotta hit one, and you're just gonna hit one. And it's in New York, you know that. You live in New York too. I think you live in Queens or Brooklyn, and it's the inevitable. It's gonna happen. So what can you do? I can just buy new wheels next year and try better luck next time. But I will be running this setup for the remainder of the season. I haven't decided if I want to do rotiforms or yet, but we'll come into play with something like that. Beak says, I've hit so many potholes it's not funny. I'm surprised the wheels are still holding up. It just got an oil change, has it hit 5,000 miles. Well, good job. You're doing the oil changes every 5,000 miles. Do not do the recommended 10,000 miles with Volkswagen. Just don't do it. Recommend every Mark 7 or owner in here, or anyone that has a German turbo car, that they say do 10,000, just do it every 5. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit more money, but now you're protecting your engine. There's no harm in changing your engine oil sooner than later. Paintballer. Okay, now I got your name. Thank you for getting me that. I'm never going to forget that now. Paintballer. I played paintball a lot. That Corsa exhaust sounds great with your downpipe. It's catted, right? Yes, so I will be making a video on that very, very shortly, very soon. That's probably going to be one of the next videos coming up on the channel. The sound clips of the Mark 7 with the MA Performance catted downpipe, high flow catted downpipe, which is 200 cell catted downpipe, and my Corsa exhaust, which does come with a resonator to eliminate drone, a muffler, and tips. So I do have a somewhat of a cat, a resonator, and a muffler on the car, but you'll be definitely hearing that. And I have to say right now, it's completely a lot louder. When you're on throttle, it sounds, in my opinion, it sounds better than the AWE. In my opinion, I'm not hating on AWE, they make great products, but it sounds better in my opinion than the AWE. It sounds a lot more aggressive in the pops and bangs. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's see, manuals for life. Heck yeah, brother, manuals for life. I don't think I'll ever drive an automatic unless if I really, really like the car and they only came in automatic. My dream wheels are HRE Beak says my dream wheels are HRE FF01s, but $2,800 plus. Yikes! I still want them though. I don't intend on selling the GTI or Golf R. Man, no, not worth it for me. A lot of people, including yourself, ask me would I ever trade in my Project Mark 7 for a Golf R? No. The difference, and Golf R is a great car. I love my sunroof. Can't get a sunroof in the Golf R. Interior is exactly the same, except you can't. There's no storage space in the armrest in the Golf R. You can't open it. 1, 2. Everything's exactly the same, except for the GTI has on its radio trims and door trims. It has like a design. Golf R comes with black piano black trim, and the gauge clusters and all the needles in the car are orange. I'm sorry, are blue, and the GTIs are red. Other than that, same exact interior, same exact body. And I already got the Golf R brakes 1. I got the front differential hell deck system from a Golf R 2. And the only thing that the Golf R has on top of a GTI is the all-wheel drive. But it's not full-time all-wheel drive. It's a hell deck system, so it's not true all-wheel drive, such as like Quattro system from Audi. And those dream wheels of yours, yeah, in New York, I don't think I'm ever going to be spending $3,000 on a set of wheels. So why? So they can get bent up and broken up or possibly stolen? Because New York is not the best place to have a nice car, unfortunately. Got to lock it up, chain it up, do some 007 stuff where you got to, like, you know, lock it down, have some tracking devices on it. URAC says, gotta find the smallest hole not to fall in. I know, but when you're like driving 60 miles an hour, you don't really kind of have, you kind of have a time limit on these decisions. And then sometimes, like for instance, if anyone lives in New York, you understand about the Jackie Robinson Parkway. You don't have that much space to dodge a pothole and not smack the car next to you, or hit the brick wall next to you. You probably just have to eat the hole and hope New York pays for it, which they won't, or they'll take 2 years to give you a claim or submit the claim to do it. URAC, what brand of oil? If you didn't see my 3 videos ago, I did make 3 or 4 videos ago, I put up a video of a new oil I'm running and going to be sticking with, which is called Rove Motor Oil. In the summertime, I am running a little bit more thicker oil because I am doing more autocross and track days. I am pushing the engine a little bit more, so I kind of want a little bit of a thicker oil to show me that, to give me that protection with the engine bay. So I'm running a 5W40 in the car rather than the 5W30. So yeah, that's currently what I'm running in the car. I would totally recommend it. Check that video out. There's a link in the description of where you can buy that oil for your GTI or your German Euro vehicle. Yes, the Lucky Ooh 10 says Mark 7.5 Golf R has the digital dash, but it's meh. I like it. I think it's very classy and neat. And also, I don't think, no, it's an Audi thing where they have Google Earth. You don't get Google Maps with the Volkswagen platform, which I think, in my opinion, is stupid, and because Volkswagen owns Audi and they can easily just do it. But well, sucks to suck. But yeah, I like it. I just think it's a nice little modern feature. Again, and there actually are some people right now who are taking the cage clusters out of their Mark 7s now and buying the digital ones and coding them for them to work, and they've had success with it. So maybe I'll do that down the road, but I don't know how much that costs, and it sounds very expensive. I think the digital gauge is like $400 by itself, and I don't know who would install that. That's not going to be a DIY from me because I'm not ripping apart my dashboard to do it. I'm going to have a professional do that. Lucas says, I'm about to throw a downpipe on my GTI that already has a muffler and resonator delete. Real quick question, if you can comment really quickly if you're still watching this, is that downpipe catted or catless? It's going to make a big difference between the two. And Lucky Ooh 10 says it's a toned down version of the Audi digital dash. Yes, it is. Very much so. I wish they just had the Google Maps, but I think that would ruin the Audi sales a little bit. So, Beak says facts. I can't buy a daily driver without a sunroof. Sorry. Also, I see you got glasses. Ever thought about applying for 10 exemption from the DMV? I did myself. Took 2 weeks. I haven't thought about that yet. I actually, you know, and surprisingly enough, no lie, the sun does really bother me in my eyes a little bit. And the tent really does help with that. So maybe I will actually have to go to the eye doctor soon. Hopefully, maybe we'll talk about in regards of doing the 10 exemption for my car. But hopefully we'll get that done. Larry Simpson, welcome to the feed, brother. South Bend Stage 2 Endurance Clutch versus Daily. Thoughts? Funny thing you say that. The clutch I had in the car that went out was a South Bend Stage 2 Endurance. The clutch that I'm borrowing is a Stage 2 Daily, so I can give you both hands of the spectrum. The Daily can only hold up to 400, and it's only meant for aggressive daily driving, not really good for launching. Endurance is a little bit better to hold the launching on that, but to be honest with you, The daily feels a lot better than the endurance. The endurance definitely feels a little bit more aggressive on the bite, especially on the initial bite on the bite point of the clutch. But yeah, so I like the daily, but I know I'm going with more power. I will disclose this. Yes, I am going IS-38 sometime in the future. That's going to be around 420 torque, maybe. Yes, I will be doing much more of a. I will be doing much more of more power gains, and maybe some E85 and a little secret sauce in there too. Maybe. I'm not too sure. I don't find it an inconvenience. I find it a little bit of an inconvenience on a daily driver, but if I'm racing on the track, I probably will throw a little E85 in the tank. But yeah, so let's see. Larry, but to answer that question with the South Bend Stage 2, do your research first. As far as, this is what the mistake that I made. I didn't know the power levels. I thought I was going to be safe with the 450, but in actuality I wasn't. So if you are going IS-38, go with the Stage 3 endurance. Just do it. Just do it. If drag racing is your thing, do the Stage 3 drag. Don't look any lower than that. If you're looking to drive very aggressively and you have more than 385 torque in your car, which is very easy to obtain in our Mark 7 platforms, do not do a Stage 2 anything. Go Stage 3 endurance. Save yourself the money. It is $1,600, but it'll be worth it. I think it holds 500 crank torque or something like that. MK7, 2004 A4 or Mark II TT? The Mark II TT, which one was that? JSMK7, what year is the Mark II TT? Just curious. As you can tell, I'm not doing work. Hey, brother, I understand you're probably on break. No, you're not doing work. You're on break. Just you sound better. You're on break. He's sneaky. All right. I said I was gonna remember his name and I didn't remember it. I'm scrolling back because I didn't. Paintballer. There we go. Let's see. Paintballer. I want to be like you when you grow up. When I grow up, George. Oh yeah, real quick. Waterfest. George, JSMK7. If you haven't heard about him, he's going to be in the Unitronic booth. If you haven't seen the Unitronic parts on his car, check out his page, JSMK7. If you want to check out all the mods all together, he'll have a nice little plaque in front of his car. We're showing all the mods at Unitronic at Waterfest. Oh, this Saturday and Sunday, July 21st and July 22nd. Make sure you check him out there and show him your love and support. All right. And let's see. Larry Simpson says, I have a 2017 GTI SE, same as me. APR Stage 1 and no more power plans. Thanks for the info. Okay, if you're doing that, I would just say do the endurance then. If you're not, everyone always says that. Like I said, I wasn't going to do anymore, but then all you got to do is ride in a car with IS-38 and then you change your mind. And IS-30 is about $1,300, which is expensive, but not so expensive. So I would just say, if you know for sure you're not going to do anything else to the car, do Stage 2 endurance. If you are going to do more to the car, Stage 3 endurance. Nothing less than that. APR Stage 2, you're just better off having a robust clutch in the beginning. Don't follow my footsteps. Not going to buy another clutch, but, you know, it's the inevitable. B. Mackin, why didn't you get the VMR wheel, bro? Wow, I totally butchered that. Let's read that over again. I can't read. Why didn't you get the VMR wheels, bro, instead of the niche? VMR are affordable, and you could possibly get a sponsorship. Okay, so the reason why I didn't get VMRs is because everyone with Volkswagen or Audi does VMRs. Not to say VMRs are bad wheels. I actually really wanted to get the V801s. Those are the new, like, really nice honeycomb design wheel. It's really beautiful. I wanted it in like a black chrome. It will really set off the carbon fiber a lot. It would just look wonderful. And yeah, it'll look absolutely epic. But yeah, I mean, VMRs were nice, but I really wanted something that kind of looked like the Golf R wheels for 2016 and 17 when they changed the design of it. But I kind of wanted to go with something that looked and aggressive, and I wanted the color. That was the major thing. I wanted that specific color. So it's like an Afro sight. That's what they kind of call it. and it's kind of like this bright metallic, but it's a sheen. It's not glossy, but it's not matte, which really looks great in the sun. In my opinion, it looks fantastic. So that's kind of why I went with the niche, and the price point was really affordable on the niche wheels too. They're not expensive at all. They're like $200 some a wheel, or less than that actually. But yeah. But you never know. I'm planning to change the setup anyway, so maybe we can work on something next year. Maybe we'll do VMRs, maybe we'll do rotiforms. I haven't decided yet. I got a lot of wheels to look at. Obviously, it'll be a 2019 lineup of wheels for the summer next year, so we'll see what they come out with next year. Or maybe we'll do the 801s, but we'll check it out and see. Okay, going back to JSMK7's question, he says, would I do an 2014? I'm sorry, 2004 A4. I believe that is a 1.8. Or a Mark II TT. I like the TT, me personally, so I kind of would do the TT, the 08s. Yeah, the 08s were a nice body style. I liked them. It looked different. It kind of looked like an R8 to me if I'm thinking of the correct one in my mind. Of the new ones, though, I would buy a new TT in a heartbeat. The TTRS. Or an RS3. That's like the goals. If we ever make it big on this channel, RS3 Porsche 911 997 or a TTRS. I really like the TTRS because it's like this. It looks like a baby R8. Especially the new ones, I really like it. But if it was my choice, Mark II TT 2008. I like the 1.8s, but I do see a lot of them around. Especially in my area in New York, you do see a lot of 1.8s around. Even the 2.0T. I believe even the 0.4s. I believe you're talking about the B. Is it the B5? Or the B, yeah, the B5 or the B, oh yeah, you are talking about a B5 or the B6. If it was the B6, no, that's not really one of my favorites. The B5, I really like them. I've seen a lot of them make some crazy power, but there's a lot of issues that come along with it. So if I ever did one, I would do it as a project build and only a project build. I'll never look for it as a daily. Alright guys, we're coming up on 42 minutes here. We're probably going to shut it down like at around 50 minutes. It is getting a little long, but yeah. But let's see. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions, and then we're gonna say our farewells here, and I'll just give you guys a little bit of an update of what's going on with the channel, and then we're gonna shut her down. But okay. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions, and Beek's talking about the eye doctor. Takes 2 weeks. Place a stick on a windshield. You can go as dark as you want. Cops can't touch you. All right. Maybe I'll do that in the future. I'll definitely look into that because not even just to get away from the tent situation. My eyes really do bother me in the sun. My eyes are really sensitive to light like that. So maybe I have to go for new prescriptions anyway. So I'll definitely mention that. Rotiform makes some of the most interesting and dope designs for the price. Yes, they do. That's why I really like Rotiform. Their wheels are heavy if you get a cast wheel, but literally they make some insane out of these world designs, and they really step out of the box. They really do, and I really admire that about their wheels. Maybe I'll go a little crazy next year, something that you don't see every day. I just really wanted to be safe and really go with a nice clean look that looks attractive no matter who looks at it. But maybe we'll go a little oh, wait a minute, we got Medic Magic in the house, man. Turbo S2000. Okay, alright, what's going on, man? Serve our troops. This man, I don't know what exactly he does, but he flies helicopters, and I know it's for the Army, the Navy, or something government-wise. So, as long as you're not coming after me, we appreciate your service. I appreciate your service. But pineapple or pizza, really, guy? Right? Really, guy? Oh, pineapple on pizza? Absolutely not. No. I don't like pineapple on my pizza. Sorry. No. Yeah, George said the same thing. No, Medic. No, Medic Magic. We're not going to do that. Real quick, who wants to see a collaboration with me? And I'm putting them on the spot because JSMK7 and Medic Magic are in the chat right now. Who wants to see a collaboration with my Mark 7, JSMK7's Mark 7, and also Medic Magic's Mark 7? Tell him to park that S2000, leave a note before he blows it up again. I'm just playing. It's a dope car. I'm just joking. I know you put a lot of time and effort into it. I know you put a lot of time into that S2000, so I'm just playing with you. But yo, And we're definitely going to do a review on that car. So Turbo S2000 review, full-blown review of me driving his Turbo S2000. I think it's going to scare the crap out of me. So we're definitely going to check it out sooner or later, man. But put some more Mark 7 content on your channel, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. You have the luxury of having 2 cars. I only have 1. But, you know, hey, put some more Mark 7 stuff on the thing. All right, so let's see what we got. Bruh, 997.2 GT3 is the dream. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. One of my first reviews was just a Carrera 4S, but I totally understood Porsche after driving that car. It had a PDK. I prefer manual, but that car was absolutely epic. He delivers pizzas on a helicopter. You're stupid, George. I swear, you're stupid. Wait, Medic Magic. I only deliver pineapple pizzas in the chopper. How it's gonna be to give up the ghost. Oh my God, you guys are silly. You guys are silly. But listen. All right, we're gonna get into some things and updates to the car. I may change the wheel setup. Let me know in the comments below what wheels maybe should I go with. 18s or 19s. Rotiform, VMR, Koenig. I've been looking at Koenig for a while. Next wheel I do want to do a free flow wheel, or I do want to do a straight full forged. I want to save weight. And these wheels that I have on now, they're sexy, they're great. They're 29 pounds a wheel before tire and air. So they're heavy. And I want to change that setup to have something a little bit lighter on its feet. George, I'm not repeating that. You're just going to have to leave that in the comments. Family channel, guys. Family channel. Yeah. That's one of the things I want to change for 2019. So since I have the car up and running, I'll be able to make it to Waterfest. As of now, I don't know if I'm going to be in the show or whatnot. I know the last day was today. I'll talk to Waterfest to see if we can get something done or whatever. But for now, we're just probably going to have general parking for the Mark 7. Or we're in the autocross, but most likely we'll just keep it in general parking. I don't want to put any more stress on the car. Yo, Lionel, what's good, man? Liking those big mama wheels. Heck yeah, brother. You know I went to school in the South. That's all we do. We like big rims, big rims. I would have put 22s on it, but I can't fit it on. No, I would have never done that on the. Before I get flamed in the comments, I would have never put 20 or 22-inch wheels if it was possible on a Mark 7. I would have never done it. I would have done 15-inch Steelies, but they don't fit over the performance package brakes, the Golf R brakes. They don't fit. But yeah, so another thing that's going to happen, more power, of course. IS-38, I will be doing IS-38. I'm still on the fence if I would just want to do full send and do IS-38 hybrid, or just do an IS-38 from Volkswagen and buy a brand new one from Volkswagen. This way, yes, I could buy used ones on the market, but if I buy one from Volkswagen, I know it's balanced, I know it's new, I have a warranty on it, and everything else. So yeah, those are the couple of things I want to do. I just bought spark plugs today. I'm not going to be doing OEM spark plugs anymore, so I am not going to do a full installation video on that because I just did one, but I ordered upgraded step colder plugs. Shout out to Brian Fonzone. I'm sorry if I got your last name. I'm really bad with last names and names in general. Brian Fonzone, East Hood Racing, if you haven't heard him. Big Wang Gang on his Mark 7 on the track. Dude literally knows his stuff. I met him at Eurocracy for the first time. We know each other on social media before, but we finally met at Eurocracy. Great. And his all track Mark 7, his girlfriend, they do great content. So shout out to them. East Hood Racing. Sounds ratchet racing, but it's very professional how they race. They do a really good job at racing. But yeah, so CP Design, you'll find out if I did or not. We're not gonna discuss what I did with the clutch head. It's supposed to be. I'm looking at what to go with as far as clutches, and I think DKM, and that's kind of why I wanted to reach to them, because I kind of wanted to make the car to Waterfest, and I kind of wanted to drive it there. So I was trying to see if they had one available. So that's kind of the reason why I asked for the shout outs and stuff like that. So, you know, people will flame on me all they want, but at the end of the day, Project Mark 7 will still live, and you guys will still appreciate it. So I appreciate you guys today of getting on. So to answer your question, no, I have a borrowed clutch in the car so far. I'm buttoning up a couple of things on the car. I probably said that word wrong, but who cares? You guys know what I mean. I actually am just fixing a couple things on the car, getting it ready I want to make it, you know, presentable for you guys at Waterfest. So if you do see it in general parking, it's great. And yeah, but listen, we're coming up on 50 minutes, guys, and I appreciate everybody who got into the chat today. You guys did give some positive feedback, positive stuff going on here. I appreciate it. Major love and support on the Instagram. And yeah, if you haven't seen that Instagram post, like I said, third from last, hashtag DKM Clutch in there. I just need to ask them a couple questions in regards of their clutch system and just, you know, get some feedback from them. But, you know, okay, CP Design got in here the last minute, so I'm going to answer a couple more of his questions. Do you have a daily, or was your GTI your only car? No, GTI is my only car. My whole segment on this Project Mark 7 is how to build the perfect ultimate performance daily driver. Having a great track warrior that can do great on autocross, a little bit of drag, but still be able to drive it every day. And so far, I've been great with it. It's been the great compromise between the two. It's been great with the mileage. I haven't had any issues. The clutch is a wearable item, so it was going to go out anyway. So just to answer that question, you know, so, you know, it's pretty much the inevitable. Yes, he likes pineapple on his pizza. I really don't. But listen, without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave now. But I appreciate all the love and support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, subscribe to JR14, subscribe to MK7 too, and subscribe to Medic Magic. We try to come out. We're like the main 3 people who put out Mark 7 content on the East Coast, in the tri-state area. So he's in Pennsylvania, I'm in New York, and JSMK7's in New York and Long Island as well. So, you know, give us a shout out. We try to come out with this content for you, and we hope good things. So, yeah. So without further ado, guys, I appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Without further ado, take care, and remember to subscribe to JR14, and have a great afternoon, have a great evening. Take care.